last session, and now you're back.
He got you there.
He do be spitting facts.
Yeah.
My sub work called and was like, "Hey, we don't have a person here tonight. Can you come in?" I'm like, "I guess I can come in until like 8." They're like, "Great, that's good enough." And then that's it. And then the roads decided to fall apart because it's still downpouring. As it's been since this morning.
Same here. But you don't live on the East Coast.
Yeah, I do.
I think
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I live on Cape Cod. I
You
live on
do?
almost the
All
most
right.
East Coast
All right,
you can.
boys, he's doxed himself.
I thought you lived in like the Midwest.
No.
No.
Mitchell
Are
literally
you
lives
stupid?
in the
Payton.
potato chip factory.
Hey, you can't prove that.
I mean, I can't, but you've said so far.
Pretty sure
I-
Mitchell's like
I-
the only
I'm just a
person I've
massive
driven to
fucking liar.
visit in like a year.
You've been to my
I know.
place.
Yeah, he said the
Yeah.
only person, all right? Try and fucking
I have
loosen up.
objectively not. No, I mean there was the magic thing, but that was like I think
Came to my
more
house to
than
play
a year.
Magic.
That's more than a year ago, I think.
It feels like just yesterday. Diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo.
That's not for me. It doesn't. Feels like a century.
He's shrinking.
Theo's fading out.
He's being sucked into the shadow realm.
That's what happens when you remember things centuries ago.
Ages and ages hence. We should hang out, Mitchell, because I'm also in Mass.
Mm.
And not Western Mass like Jake.
Yeah,
in,
you're
like,
around
Why are you in Mass?
Theo's
You
area,
fucking
aren't
you
you?
said you weren't
Like
gonna
Maynard
live like-
Action area?
convert yet.
I live like 15
Western
minutes from
Mass
Theo's
is-
house.
Mm.
I don't count as Western Mass.
Yeah, you're past
Are
Worcester.
you
That's Western.
are you near
Mass.
real-
Worcester?
The real Western Mass, there's nothing there.
I know. I've driven through it. It is bizarre driving through Western Mass, like proper Western Mass, because it is.
It's-
It's just mountains
It's like a
and
different state.
road. There's nothing
Yeah.
there.
That's Western Mass.
Hence why everything from like Worcester over is called Western Mass.
Jake is
That-
southwest
it's
of
fake.
Worcester.
Yep.
Jake lives in Connecticut, basically.
I guess Springfield, if you're being really, really like,
Kind.
yeah. 'Cause there's nothing near Springfield other than Springfield, and that's it.
Jake lives in Trout Creek.
So
Could be
Jake,
worse.
so we're gonna be doing that Thanksgiving apples to apples tournament this year, right?
Believe so. Shouldn't be any reason not to. Oh, you think I'm memeing?
Yeah. Well, I'm not coming this year.
Pussy.
I'm not trying to get my
Coward.
school shut down.
Coward.
Here's the thing. It
We'll give you
happens that
significantly more free time.
I don't go back to like my classes are all remote after Thanksgiving break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So
think a
it's
lot
kinda
of schools are switching over to that.
And that always happens day after Thanksgiving. Dude, I can't friggin' wait for November. Holy shit.
What's so good about November?
I wanted to start writing. I'm
Why
hyped.
don't you just start beforehand?
That's cheating, Mitchell.
Cheating.
It's actually cheating.
I know.
So I can't.
Yep. I was trying to finish the book beforehand, the one that I started last year, but just could not sit down. Now I'm gonna have to be sad and finish that rather than starting my actual one that I want to start.
Just start the
start a
actual
new
one
one.
and then do the
Fuck it.
one you didn't finish outside of November.
No, because that didn't happen.
Coward.
Then make it happen.
Do both.
Are you insane?
Yes, but that's besides the point.
Mitchell. Mitchell.
I do not have the time for that
Sure you
right
do.
now.
Make the time.
Everyone has the time. As long as you remove sleep.
I've already almost removed sleep.
Why would you spend half your
I
time
don't
being
have,
unconscious?
Wait, you spend
Monday I
half your
have
time
what?
unconscious? Christ.
I have between 2 to 4 hours on Mondays on average. Tuesdays about the same. Wednesdays I sometimes have sleep. but generally not. Yeah, it's basically Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I have 2 days a week. I have a full 8 hours. Every
Imagine
other day
having
is less
days a
than
week where you get
half.
8 hours. My body has hit the point where I physically can't sleep for 8 hours in a row. I just wake up randomly.
Yeah, no.
I'm
On the days
fucking
I don't have
dying.
anything in the morning, I just freaking fall unconscious the night before at some point. All right.
Yeah, sorry,
So
my session ran so late the other night, by the way.
I don't care.
It
The
was
freaking
funny.
session on Monday runs normally until 1
Fun.
because it starts at freaking 10 and it's run until 2 several times.
How
And
do
I
you
have
have
to
the
get up at
energy
5.
to keep this up?
I
He
don't.
doesn't.
Then don't do it.
I'm actually really psyched that Dylan's game died, so I only have 5
Oh, it finally
games
died?
going. Well, it's in hiatus, but it's effectively dead for the moment.
We all know what hiatus means. Let's not be around the bush here.
Yeah. So I've had more time on Sunday to sleep, which I of course don't use because I'm an idiot.
That's the way to do it, honestly.
Yeah.
Would you like me, Mitchell, to be your dad?
No.
I'll text you every now and again and be like, "Are you sleeping?"
My father did try that at some point. It utterly failed.
I can tell.
I'm too dedicated to Night Owl.
That's why you need a new dad, a better dad, a
I'm
lumpy
actually
dad.
amazed I've reset back to because as a kid I used to be both a night owl and an early bird. Like I'd get up regularly at 5 and go to sleep at 12 and be fine.
Jesus Christ. Psycho.
But since I've gotten older, I've like transitioned to only night owl. But now I have to wake up early because I work at freaking 7. Yeah. Well, I get there at 7 anyway, and it's regularly 40-minute drive, so I have to basically get up at 6.
I'm a night owl who has to get up early for work.
Yeah, because you work at a school.
Yeah.
And they get up and get there freaking ridiculously early.
Yeah. It's
All
sick.
right. So, since it's already 8:40, 8:45, conversation must end.
Oh
Give
shit.
me the information.
Who wants
Feed
to lead?
me.
Who wants to lead? Who wants to lead?
I started last time, so someone else.
Oh, all right. Sure, I'll go first.
I need to get my,
Oyeko takes it personally, like it's her fault anytime that someone she's traveling with gets injured.
Gouvet once attempted a short stint at becoming a blacksmith. It ended very poorly.
Christ, yeah.
That's dark.
Did he type it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I actually can't see it right now, but I know he did.
Mo does not know how many or if any of her children are still alive.
Good. Good to know.
I'll be
Good,
supplying
said Mitchell.
I'll be supplying 2 facts. Johnny rolled a 12 on his D12. Just in case anyone forgot.
Yes, we all remember that. What's your actual fact now?
That was the fake fact. That
He's
was the actual
never-
fact. Here's the fake fact.
He's never used it for its intended purpose.
He's never peed?
Nope.
Damn.
He's got a vent at its base.
Ugh.
Oh.
Ugh. Ugh. I don't like that at all.
No, he is romantically disinterested in.
Well, here's the good news. He'll never regret a one-night stand.
Cool. They're overrated.
Character information has been updated.
I wouldn't know. Imagine actually getting to a relationship in this day and age.
That'd be ridiculous.
Yep.
Exactly.
Hmm.
All right. I hope that's saved. I'll check it in a second.
Hell yeah.
So, when we last left off, you guys had returned back to town and rested the night. Let's actually check. How much is it a night? We can just have you guys tick off the. I think it's a silver piece, if I remember correctly. Yeah, why would I have ever written down what a night's payment would be? Who knows?
Probably would be very helpful in the future.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's a silver. It makes sense for how big this town is.
Okie doke.
Doki Oak.
I wrote down
My
what the freaking
money!
breakfasts and other meals are. I wrote down pointless little things.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Well, just assemble enough, and you'll have a fully functioning DMG.
Write down enough things that are nothing, and eventually you'll have something.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the morning comes. And unfortunately brings with it the, well, late summer heat. Oh yeah, have you guys looked at the way the months work? Have I posted that? Or have I kept that to myself?
Think you've posted it.
All right.
I don't recall seeing it
So,
at least.
I don't believe I have because I was still working on it. Because the months don't have names yet. But they do have, yeah, the calendar of Draconis. Huh. All right. I'll go ahead and post that. But effectively, there are 10 months of the year rather than the usual 12.
Mhm.
For 8 of the months, they're just split in half, early and late, for the 4 different seasons: winter, spring, etc. And then 2 transitional months, which are between the fall and then winter. So the falling of winter and then winter and spring. So basically, where our normal months would be, where they have the months, have the times basically where the winter heats back up into springtime and the fall cools down into wintertime. So think of them kind of like, I guess, late winter and very early winter, I guess. So they are called something different. In addition, the 8 usual months are 33 days, 5 normal weeks, with an eighth, with the last week being made up of 8 days rather than the usual 5. The normal weeks are called hands days, or 5 days, depending on where you're from, and the longer weeks are called moon weeks. I'm sure because it's very obvious that there's the weeks that the moons at the end of the month are important and changing. You know, because the cursed moon or the dull moon comes out. With the transition months making up 28 days, they follow the exact same pattern though. 4 weeks of 5 days and then 1 week of 8 days. So it follows the same pattern. But I have not gotten names for everything yet. So for now, I'll give you guys access.
gotcha.
And copy that. So yeah, it's a late summer right now, which in this area, which is a more temperate land, it means heat.
Hmm.
Which I'm sure is
Not a
great
good time to be wearing
feeling for
armor.
a dog person.
Yeah. I mean, the northern continent is usually a little more cold in the northern reaches, which is where the dogs make more of their homes because it's cold, and their fur is nice and warm for that. By the way, Theo, I was curious earlier today for whatever reason, considering I have my own imagining of what the different dogs look like. What does Mo look like? Like if you were to translate into like a normal, like Earth dog, what features would Mo share? Because I imagine most Barklings look like Boston Terriers with that kind of like short, boxy snout. But I have no idea because I'm sure the different, well, I'm sure because it's the case, different clans of Barklings and Wolfkin have their own, look.
Right. I had more the imagining of something, I don't know, something gray with a long snout. Something and very, very furry, given that
Mm-hmm.
she lives up in
Theo's
the
a furry.
given that she lived up in the mountains.
Mm-hmm. So maybe something more along the lines of a long coat. Freaking heck! I was just talking about him 2 days ago.
Dog.
Yeah, I can't
Yes.
think of the. I can't think of what the heck. I knew someone that owned a pair of them. Beautiful dogs, giant, goofy-looking things, but
St. Bernards.
no.
Yes, the long coat Saint Bernard, as opposed to the short coat Saint Bernard.
No. They're used as police dogs sometimes. I can't remember what the heck it's called.
German
Regardless.
Shepherds.
Yeah, that sounds right. Regardless. Yeah. So the morning has come. Are you guys all going down for breakfast and such?
Yeah, I mean,
Might
seems
as
like
well.
a good idea.
Yeah, why not? I will have Wolfkin.
The party that eats together stays together,
Eats
or some
together.
shit, I
Oh.
guess. I mean, that too. But that's part of the staying together.
The party who eats together all dies from one of their foods getting poisoned.
Yep.
That eats together, vomits together.
So, as a reminder, the most expensive thing is a silver. That's
Yep.
just a full breakfast, and it just kind of goes down from there.
I'll get a full breakfast.
How much was the full breakfast again?
One silver.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. The lowest it goes is 3 copper, and that's effectively gruel. I mean, it's apparently called spice gruel, but other than like a handful of berries you can see in there, it doesn't really look like it's all that well spiced.
They call it spice gruel. Where the spice comes from, nobody fucking knows.
I mean, it gets more spicy if you freaking piss off the cook.
Oh no.
How appetizing.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. As usual, the tavern the inn is fairly sparse at this time of day. There's only a couple of people sitting around. The most interesting of which being a pair of people dressed up in fairly light armor, just kind of like something along the lines of leather. Carrying one of them at least is still carrying his pouch. The other one has it lying on the floor next to them. But they seem like they're couriers or something like that. They both have short swords strapped to their hips, and they have bags at least nearby that look like they're more used for carrying things that aren't adventure worthy. They're not full backpacks. They're more like, parcels. But other than them, it's otherwise just a couple of farmers who seem to have come in a little early in the morning and decided to have a ale before they head back, or chatting up the tavern keep. It does seem like the innkeeper is here and around.
That's good.
He seems to be actually attempting to catch, in particular, your eye, Gebe, every now and then if you're looking in that direction.
What, like get him to come over, or get me to come over more of? Or
I mean, he's trying to catch your eye. You don't know what he's trying to do.
sure. After I noticed it happen, like the second time, I'd get up and go over to him.
All right. Yeah, he finishes serving one of the old farmers, who apparently is named Randy, from what you can understand, who is quietly just kind of chewing on one of the, well, some sort of stalk of something. Doesn't really look like a wheat stalk or anything, but and just staring into his mug. But Nigel just kind of looks at you. Ah, how's the tavern treating you?
Perfectly adequate. It's one of
Just
the
kind of
nicer taverns I've
frowns.
stayed in on this continent.
I suppose the Lost Traveler is a little bit small for one such as you, who I'm assuming have traveled quite a few.
Mm, here and there.
He nods, pulls one of the glasses off the counter from a farmer who just walked away, starts rubbing it with a rag. Say, you don't mind if I ask you to do something for me, do you? You're
Depends on what it
the
is that he's doing.
adventuring type.
Let's see what it is before I agree to anything I might regret later.
He nods. So, well, I've been around for a while, longer than most, and, well, feel like my time is starting to call. But before I go, I would like to have something commissioned to mark my passage, as it were. I kind of want it to be something special, though. Do you know what Dreamwood is?
I'm assuming that is the wood from one of the trees that like birds, elves, or whatever the hell.
Yep, exactly so.
Yes, I'm quite familiar.
He nods. You see kind of a twinkle in his eye. I thought so. Well, I want to make a marker from some Dreamwood. I've already gotten everything set up and whatnot. I just need to go out and get it. But, well, it's a walk and I'm an old man. Could I perhaps offer you a payment of some sort to go and collect it and bring it back for me?
I'll like fish out a map and ask like how far away it is.
He points to an area like about a day, maybe a day and a half, if you were really kind of walking slowly.
All right.
There's a small grove here. I've already talked with the owner and whatnot, or protector, whatever they want to call themselves, and he's already said it's fine to come and collect some. So, just need to get out there, but as I said, it's a long walk, and I am an old man.
You've got business to run, yeah.
He nods. I don't know how much I can offer you, but I've been around. I can probably find something. At
Sure.
least 10 gold each, by no margin. Maybe even
Alright.
more.
Sure, we could go do this for you.
He nods and smiles. Thank you. I've been searching for someone, but you don't actually get that many people wandering around these days.
Hold on. We'll head back to my party to go inform them of this quest that I've accepted.
I mean, I'm just enjoying breakfast.
Yeah, it's good.
The barkeep would like us to head to a reasonably close grove to pick something up for him. Would any of you be opposed to that?
Doesn't seem like a problem to me.
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah, you can go tell him that I guess we're okay with it then.
I'll just give him a thumbs up from the table.
Yep. He notices and nods, giving you a smile.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna, I guess, go back to eating then, because I'm assuming I got up midway through my meal to be like, all right, what do you want?
Yeah, most certainly. So, yep. You guys finish eating?
That's my plan, at least.
Yep.
Can't go adventuring on an empty stomach.
Oh, really? Watch me.
I don't want to go adventuring on an empty stomach.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Watch this.
Okay.
Head over there.
So, yeah, you guys step outside, and apparently it's market day as well, as the market is already bustling. You're kind of surprised you didn't hear anything because there's people shouting and hawking and whatnot.
It's soundproofed or something.
I mean, it's a pretty small town too, but
Mhm.
so I mean, there's only about maybe 24 or so people here. So if you're used to a larger city like Thaltus's major cities there, or of course any of the the larger settlements anywhere else, yeah, it's pretty quiet. So, you guys just heading off right now?
That's
Okay.
my plan, unless anyone has anything to do.
Don't really have any reason to stick around. Or at least Doyako doesn't.
Doesn't what's his face have like 30 scimitars he wants to sell?
Probably.
You wanna guess my name, Theo?
His face, I don't know.
You want to guess my name? His face. That's the best one you got, huh?
If you just look at the map and then scroll down a little bit, you should actually
literally
see
the
a
best one
token
you
with
came up
name.
with
Janny.
was his face. You
Johnny.
didn't even make an attempt.
No, he said Jenny.
No, the his face is what I'm on about. Would you like to take a guess? His face? Yeah, yeah. That's the one, eh?
I would actually like to donate them to like the local city watch or something.
I mean, the local city watch is like 3 or 4 people.
Well, the orphanage
You've met
lab
half of
people.
it already.
People and 30 scimitars.
That, and you'd
I
assume
don't
that
have
these guys,
30.
seeing as you've seen at least half of them
I've got
carrying
s-
spears around, probably don't even know which end of a scimitar to hold.
They can
I mean,
guess.
it
It's not
can't
hard
be
to
that
figure out.
hard. One end is
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah, these are small town guards. They're not freaking city
I mean,
guards who actually like
granted,
know what they're doing.
I would agree
I'll
that they
hold on
probably
to
don't
them
know
for
how
now.
to use it particularly well, but which end, man?
I mean, you could probably sell it to the it's a euphemism. You could sell them to the general store or with
Yeah.
blacksmith if you're really desperate, because they do have a blacksmith here.
They do
I'll
have a
sell them to
desperate.
the general
Yeah,
store,
that's
but
pretty
I'll
good.
do it at like half the usual price that I would get for them.
That's basically what she's going to buy them for. Is half
Well,
the
no,
usual
half.
price.
No, half the price that she would want to buy them for.
Half of the half.
So a
1/4.
fourth of the usual price.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, she'll buy him for that.
So I have 7 scimitars and 3 short bows and 30 arrows.
Yeah, she'll buy the arrows for a gold and a half. At full price for him.
Gold and a half at full price.
Yeah.
Well, then I will half that.
So you're gonna take 7 silver.
Yeah. And 5 copper.
actually nickel and diming.
Yeah, but in the opposite direction,
I'm trying to
which is the
seem
weird part.
I'm trying to seem very generous and
Mm.
willing to aid common folk. And how
Let's
much
see.
for the scimitars?
They're 25 gold usually, so a fourth of that price. Unless someone wants to throw it
That's
in.
6 gold.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
It'd be 6.25.
Yeah, she's just gonna give you 6 gold.
Okay.
Hey, that's a step too far, bucko.
And then what about for the 3 short bows?
I believe short bows are fairly similar in price, or are they more expensive? I'm trying to remember. Let's see. All right, the Roll21 doesn't have the cost because why would anyone want to buy a short bow? Yeah, same exact cost, so 6.
That's a good question. Short bows are trash.
Yeah, except if you're a halfling or a gnome, you can't use a longbow.
Halflings are trash. Your point?
Their lucky trait would like to disagree.
Yeah, lucky trait's trash. Your point?
Hey, all those ones on death saves. We don't get those.
Unless you're Leo, you'd still get them.
Yeah, you probably
Leo, 'cause
would.
you can re-roll and get another one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, Leo's getting those still for
Mm.
sure.
Yeah. Most halflings are near immune to the ones for the death saves.
1 in 400 chance.
Yeah.
I'd hit that 400 every time.
You're not Leo. You wouldn't
No,
hit it
that's
every
true.
time.
Yeah, Leo's death
I'd hit
save
it though.
rolls are
I'd hit it
incredible.
and get pissed.
I don't know how he rolls so poorly. It's astounding.
God hates him because he's gay.
It's not even that he rolls like super poorly. Like he's survived some death saves, but he's actually rolled a 1 every single time he's gotten down.
Yeah. It's consistency, I guess. Are any of you guys doing other things, or are you just letting Johnny sell his stuff and then kind of waiting for him by the edge of town?
I mean, I don't have anything really to do in this town.
What's
I'm
what's a med kit's price?
Yeah.
A healer's kit is what? It's like 5 gold, something like that. It's pretty cheap. Maybe
It's
it's
an
even cheaper
amount.
than that. You'd buy it actually at her store actually. So you'd go with there's no other place that would sell a healer's kit. Oh right, she actually sells them for cheaper because she has some extra ones. So they're actually 2 gold and 5 silver per healer's kit.
I'll buy one of those.
Yep. So
Math is hard.
No, it isn't. You're just dumb.
Yeah, math is hard.
that's why I use calculators when I don't feel like actually calculating. It was easy. So
Math speedrun, machine assisted.
tasks. So when Johnny and Mo, you step out of the general store, Yalis place, you see a farmer kind of wandering around like fairly close by, and the moment he notices you two, he immediately strides up to you with a look of distress on his face.
Greetings, citizen. What can I assist you with?
He looks like a slightly older farmer, maybe late 40s, early 50s. Got a little scraggly beard, big old straw hat and whatnot. Eyes kind of swirled up. Way too much sunlight. My chickens. I need some help with my chickens. Well, one chicken. You guys are the venture types, right? You look at things and make them go away or fix things or whatnot.
Absolutely. I also grew up on a farm.
Well, one of my chickens is afflicted by a curse or something. It glows when it's nighttime. Well, most nights anyway.
It's nice.
All right, I
Well, I'll
think there's a
see what I
theme
can
there.
do. Right.
Well, I need you to find out why it glows. Chickens ain't supposed to glow.
Absolutely. May I confer with my compatriots and meet with you later?
I guess so. I'll walk around and find if anyone else is interested. Maybe you'll have more compatriots when you come.
That's like a fine idea. Is
He
there like
nods.
a clear
Wanders
like
around.
landmark in town?
Really, the major landmark is actually the tavern.
I'll meet you in the tavern after I've discussed with my compatriots. Perhaps in what time's it now? It's like early morning.
Yeah, it's probably. Well, I don't know. When do you guys wake up? Well, I guess everyone other than Geve, because Geve's an elf.
Crack
So
of
Geve is
dawn,
going to get up
baby.
significantly earlier. At 8?
Crack of dawn.
Yeah,
During the summer,
you
the
know
crack
what?
of dawn's a little earlier than 8, but
You know what? I might be a crackadoner as well. I'm a farm boy.
yeah.
Moses saw 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Hell yeah, Theo.
So yeah, it's probably like 9:30, maybe 10, I guess. If Mo is waking up that late. Say Mo had an early morning. At least for Mo.
Yeah, I'm about to say early. Early is a relative, I suppose.
So yep. He nods and wanders off. Talking to pretty much everyone about his glowing chicken, apparently. But you guys are able to rejoin without any further interruptions.
All right. Then I will mention this to Geve and Oyeko when I see them next.
Could we do that after we have done this other thing?
Well, if it's in town, I don't really feel like we need to wait that long.
That's fair, actually. But it only glows at night.
I know.
Yes.
This is you're such a
But if
clever
you were
word.
It
planning on
may
leaving
be that
for a
it
drink,
glows just in the dark.
it's true.
That's
We
true as
could
well.
experiment on this fowl.
Yeah, I know. And I keep
I will note I don't trust this.
Well, something that is
Chicken sounds.
that sounds very magical. I would be
Mhm.
more surprised if you did trust it.
You know
Let
me
me
so
show
well.
you what I do trust. I trust
Couple of
this
these.
orb.
It's a nice orb.
Yeah.
I've seen better.
Oh,
X fucking accuse me.
how could
7
you?
out of 10 at fucking best, bitch. That's right, I said it.
Rude.
It is rude.
I'm a rude dude.
So, yep. You guys head out of town.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Waha!
You can follow the grove for about the first. I mean, if you want to, anyway. You could just beeline for the grove, but you'll be traveling over, untraveled territory. But walking along the road, you can get about like halfway before you have to deal with the wilderness. Because the
Wilderness,
road's a little
easy
bit safer.
fucking peasy.
it leads a little bit. Well, this road in particular, anyway, leads off to the northeast, and the grove is a little bit further. Like it's still northeast, but it's more east than it is north. So, you guys following the road or just beelining for the grove?
I mean, I want to head to the grove.
I'm down to just beeline.
I'm a ranger. What's the point of being a fucking ranger if you ain't gonna range?
Off road. Off the road again.
Time to shift these babies into 4-wheel drive.
I just can't wait to keep staying off the road again.
You too know the ranger's creed.
I'm something of a ranger myself.
You got no fucking idea.
So, yep. You guys walk through the woods. Well, partially in the woods. Most of it's plains.
Being in the woods.
Where did I put that down? There it is.
Where in the woods are we? You guys thought you were in the woods. You've actually wound up in the 3rd circle of hell. So now comes stage 2 of the campaign.
Holy shit.
Now you have to make new characters to go bail out your old characters.
Ah, no.
So how are you guys? How are you traveling? Who's kind of navigating? Who's paying attention, etc.?
Well, I'd be looking out. I wouldn't be navigating, that's for sure.
That's about where I'm at. I'd be keeping my wits about me, but I would be leaving pathfinding for Geve.
When it comes to just
I'll be
wandering around
pathfinding.
in nature, Oyeko does not have a great sense of direction.
Imagine having to choose between pathfinding and paying attention. Should not have done that.
Mo has an armchair understanding of nature.
There are trees and flowers.
Entirely
They do
impractical.
things.
Damn, +5 ain't bad.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Did you know
Well,
that honey
That is
is
compared
good?
to my survival, which is, and that's with me being proficient in it.
Mmm.
That ain't great.
So, yep. You guys travel through the wilderness, and pretty boring, in all honesty. I mean, most of it's plains anyway, so other than the occasional rabbit that like leaps out of the way and dives for a burrow nearby, you don't really see like anything.
Oh, Mitchell, do we see any birds?
Huh?
And what
When you're in
color
the
are
forest, you see a couple.
they? Ooh,
What kinds?
Mostly
butterflies?
small. Yeah, actually lots of butterflies in the fields.
See, this would be a great campaign for Stormy.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the birds are kind of
Paintings.
dark brown tan things.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah, small. Yeah. And for the most part, most of them just scream out in alarm tones and flee when you guys get even within the next like few trees.
I love the idea that they're just like screaming out whatever phone alarm plays whenever I need to wake up.
Is this a dream you've had, Theo, of a bird just screaming your phone alarm near you? Yep.
One day we'll make birds that can do that.
So, yep, you guys are crossing through a kind of small wood at about 2-ish. Most of the morning has been pretty boring. It's just been hot. But around then, you guys come across an actual, well, piece of civilization out in the middle of nowhere. I guess if you count a campsite. And someone's pushed a couple logs in next to the fire pit, and there's actually a little rock near it that has a small pile of mushrooms someone's set out to dry. Don't see any people, but definitely lots of footprints.
My God, they all vanish.
Could this be?
How recent do those look?
Oh,
Like the footprints.
3.
I mean,
Yeah, that's fair.
there's quite a few footprints, like, spread around. Without a survival check, you're not going to know
With that,
exactly.
a survival check. Are these humans?
No, surprisingly. Not goblins either.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, you're attentive enough at least to tell that they were here in the last couple days.
Hmm.
Maybe as early, like as recent as the last day. They are medium-sized creatures. You do know, just by
Alright.
looking at the footprints. But
They
you
aren't
don't know
humans or
precisely.
goblins because they didn't get advantage.
Nope. Yeah, I mean the fire is out. And there's no tents. The only thing that really mark the campsite is the logs, the stone, and the little fire pit. So,
They
no
are
tents or anything here.
goblins. You just didn't get advantage because they're goblins that were wearing shoes.
Well, it's tricksy goblins. Realize shoes break everything. So, yep. You guys pass through the camp. And
Yeah.
another 2 hours later, you find a much larger forest that seems to be in the path. You'd assume the grove is somewhere inside, based on the map, anyway.
How thick is it?
At the edge, it's only there's a tree every I'm gonna say 20 feet, but even just 40 feet in, it halves. It becomes significantly thicker.
It's fine. Just walk through the trees like this. I just head in like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Thick forest. Oh no.
I'll head in like nothing's
That's our
happening.
quest.
Yeah. So,
I'll trip me.
you guys walk through the much thicker woods, and the sounds of animals are significantly heavier in this area in comparison to fields and whatnot. You hear plenty of little creatures running through the underbrush and the swoop of birds, and plenty of bird song. Of course, partially it's ruined by a couple of ravens that are kind of hanging around, making their big old caw noises and kind of disturbing everything. They seem to be hanging around a specific area, kind of like a little bit off the trail that you guys are following, which is actually like an actual trail you found. Not a real road, but I mean, not an animal trail, it seems, at least to you. It does seem to be like an actual trail made by a person of some sort. Probably a hunting track or something.
Living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one
Yeah,
second.
I'm a fan of how a lot of my interactions with Theo involve him saying something, me going yeah, and him going yeah, and that's it. That's all it takes. Interaction up.
As it should be. The laws state that all interactions must be kept brief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
So,
apologize.
yep. You guys continue traveling through the woods, which doesn't get any thicker for the most part. Until eventually you come out into an area that what is you guys' passive perceptions like? One of you is a 15, right?
Yo.
Cool. About 10 feet ahead or so, you spot a bear trap just sitting kind of half hidden in a bush. And then looking around, there's plenty more. Like, someone absolutely smothered this area in bear traps.
Hey guys.
Hmm?
There are a lot of bear traps around here for some reason.
Probably a lot of bears.
I haven't seen or heard any bears. I hear that bear traps work perfectly fine on people, though, so there's probably that reason.
Oh, it's a great way to have a snapped like shin.
Not pleasant.
No, I'd imagine not.
Is there? I mean, we can just avoid them, though. Just watch where you step.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a staff, which I'm now going to be using to make sure I don't step into any fucking bear traps.
All right. Yeah, so you guys push onward.
I will be slowing down and using
Yes.
these staffs because the staffs so I don't step in any fucking bear traps. Because not my idea of a fun day.
Yeah.
Oyako's confident enough where she thinks she'll be able to see any bear traps she's about to step in.
Yeah. What is Oyeko's passive?
14.
All right. Yep. I mean, they're pretty well hidden, but they're not that well hidden.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
14's enough.
she's
spot
looking
them.
where she steps, at the least.
Yep. So, yeah. As you guys are moving through Oyeka, all of a sudden you step on something that sounds wooden, and it kind of rolls a little bit after you move your foot away.
I'll go curious, so I guess I'll take a look-see to see what it was.
It seems like it's a signpost of some sort. It's been pushed down or knocked down in the woods from age or something like that.
Pick it up.
Actunk minefield.
Yeah. It is written in a couple languages, but there is a nice, bright, like kind of green colored paint in common reads Grove of Dreamwood, keep out by order of Protector Yarvin.
Guys, do you think we should worry about this? It had fallen over.
I mean, he said that he had permission. So,
Do we see any, like, protector around? Because I don't think we should go in if we don't have a protector there.
mean, no one's stepped out of the wood. You haven't seen any trees that look like different.
Oyeka will just shout out, "Hello, Protector Yarvin."
Yeah. Other than the woods growing silent from your shout, no one answers.
I don't like the idea of trespassing. I'm not gonna go in. I don't think you guys should trespass either. Even if he said he had permission, we should double check.
I mean, this is my first time going to the Dreamwood areas.
Regardless, it says keep out.
Well, second time.
I said it wasn't my first time.
I don't think we should just ignore it.
You propose we stand here for a while?
I propose that we simply just don't enter.
That's it?
If no one comes around, then I suppose, yeah. Between all these traps and the signpost, it's pretty clear that we're not supposed to be here.
Why give permission?
Do we even know if permission was given? Hey, Cuvée, do you have any, like, proof?
No. I didn't ask him for like a seal or anything.
So for all we know, he just is bullshitting.
For all I know, everyone we talk to is bullshitting.
Mm-hmm. But see this right here, the sign in those traps? That's proof that someone doesn't want people in the grove.
I mean, that is fair.
And I'm gonna take this proof over words. So I don't think we should go in.
Well, Mo, we'll sit down and get ready for a long wait.
I'm guessing someone's leading Mo. Because Mo does not automatically notice the traps without them being pointed out.
Sits down directly onto a bear trap.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, I mean, Mo is just sitting down in place, so. Assuming Mo wasn't standing directly on a bear trap.
No.
I mean, I'm willing to wait around for at least a little bit to see if anyone shows up.
Not that you see, anyway. You just standing in the middle of a field of bear traps, middle of the woods.
Are there any like tracks aside from our own?
Not really. I mean, there's animal tracks all over the place, but
Oyeka will
most of
stand
them are pretty old from the looks of
the
things.
signpost back up, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, you find where its hole was, so you can just easily just pound it back in without too many issues.
How old does that signpost look, by the way?
I mean, looks like it's seen quite a few seasons at this point. It's still easily readable, but that more is apparently someone's actually like taken the time to take care of it and repaint and whatnot. Because the wood looks like it's probably several years old, if not decades, at this point. None of you, I'm guessing, know much about wood, though, so no exact amount.
Not especially new.
I know about using it. And I also know the armchair version of it. For once, I'm someone who has a nature and survival. Don't have fucking herbalism, though. Woo! I mean, I'm willing to give it like 30 minutes. See if anything happens. I'll call out for what's his face. The name that's already slipped my fucking brain.
Yarvin.
Yeah, Yarvin.
Yep. Well, yeah, other than the animals quieting down as usual, you don't get a response, and 30 minutes comes and goes.
I'll pop in and out. See what's up.
Yeah. I mean, you're not in the grove yet. The sign is a distance away, apparently, because you're not seeing any of the dream trees around. So,
I mean, I'm gonna at least start continuing forward and inform the rest of the party of my intent to do so.
I'm going to warn you ahead of time. If you get into any trouble, I'm not going to come help.
No, that's understandable.
I'm not passing there. Unless given permission by this protector person, then I will.
all right. So, Geve is pushing on. Is anyone coming with Geve?
Does Give want anyone to come with her?
It's up to you guys.
I look down at my clinky armor and I sit down.
Stealthy.
Give it go find this protector and ask them if it's okay.
That's the plan.
All right.
So,
Just want to go find a protector.
yeah. Push on into the woods, and eventually, after about another quarter of a mile or so, you come to the grove. Just a stand of about, well, I mean, it's hard to count because there are quite a number of them, but less than 100 trees in a vaguely circular pattern. Like, they're not lined up in like a wall, but they at least vaguely create a circle. And there is a clearing in the center where, yeah, you do see a small structure. Basically just a shack, but I mean, it's at least got 4 walls and roof, so.
I will call out for Yarvin from outside of the circle.
All right. You don't get any human response, but you do hear what sounds like a cat yowling back at you.
All right, time to break out primeval awareness, see if I can understand it.
Yeah, it sounds like an angry cat.
Hmm.
Well, mostly angry. It's also distressed.
I will attempt to figure out why it is distressed.
I mean, does it tell you if you can't like see it? 'Cause, I mean, it's just yowling like across the field.
Through sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas to a beast as an action and can read its basic mood and intent.
I'm gonna say you have to at least be able to see it to read its intent and mood. Because currently, like, it's at least in the house or near enough to the house that you can't see it.
I will get
Like, you can
close.
hear it across the field because it's freaking screaming, but yeah, you know it's there. You don't know like where exactly it is.
You know what? Nothing ventured. And I'll head into the circle, start heading towards the house.
All right. Yep. So
I'm
you cross the
not gonna have
circle.
a weapon.
Yeah. I mean, there's no field or anything. You just forest to field.
Mm.
So a little bit of waving grass and whatnot. A small wind kicks up, and around you, you all of a sudden hear kind of from basically everywhere around the circle. You can't pinpoint it. It's like you're hearing it from basically all the trees around you. You hear, "These trees are mine! Get out!"
Are you Yarvin?
"Who's Yarvin? These are mine! Get out!"
May I see who I am speaking to?
No, get out!
May I be informed of who I am speaking to?
Get out! No.
By what claim are these trees yours?
You're mine.
Can I attempt to pinpoint where this
my
is coming
claim.
from?
It's not possible to pinpoint it, unfortunately. You're hearing a voice from like 100 directions.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Can I try and figure out what this might be?
I mean, what are you trying to think of it, I suppose?
It seemed like a Fey activity.
As a reminder, Fae don't exist, but
That
yes,
is right.
it seems to be something along those lines.
So you're saying
The
it could
not
be.
Fays.
They're Fae are effectively called demons. All of them are the same.
Alright.
Yeah. As a reminder, guys, Fae don't exist. Demons don't exist. Fae are called demons. There are also some demons that are Fae. I know it's confusing, but that's how it is.
I will attempt to call out to wherever the cat is.
I mean, it's still yowling, but it seems to be like somewhere nearer to the hut.
Sure. I will continue using the stick to make sure I don't get bear trapped.
Yeah, the bear traps have ended at this point.
Okay. Or pit trapped or whatever.
Yep. As you
This
get
stick
within
might
about
shoot.
20 feet or so of the house, the voice issues forth again from, once again, everywhere. Hey, no, I told you get out of my wood. It's my grove. Get out. My hut.
Did you make the hut?
Yes.
Can I
I'm not even
insight
going to
that?
have you roll freaking
About to
insight.
say,
It's freaking lying.
did you make the hut? Yeah. Yeah.
The voice sounds at least vaguely childlike in its, like, I guess, tone. Like maybe a 6 to 8 year old who's still slightly slurring their words and whatnot.
Shut up.
Yep. They are speaking common, however.
Alright. I am going to take the dodge action and move forward.
All right. I mean, other than barraging you with "Stay away from my hut, my hut, get out of my grove," it doesn't
Not
actually
words,
attack
not
you at
missiles.
all. So you make it up to the hut.
I'm assuming the cat is inside.
It's not outside,
Alright.
so that would be the strong assumption.
Does there appear to be some type of place I can look into the hut, or
There's no windows, but apparently the person uses like a big piece of tree bark as their door. So you could just shift that out of the way. It's not that heavy.
sure?
So with a heave, you push the tree bark out of the way and are able to peek inside.
And I get a face full of fucking cat.
Indeed, you do. As the cat leaps out of the small hut and attaches to the only thing that it can currently see. Apparently your face. Or it's just being an asshole. Because it's a cat.
Please remove yourself from my
Go ahead
face.
and- Could you make me a dexterity save?
A deck save.
A charisma save.
Jesus
The cat just
Christ.
goes into you.
Well, you take 1 damage as the cat scratches your face,
All right,
drawing
you
a little bit of blood. But
little bastard.
yeah, you're able. Yeah, at that point, you're able to take it off if you wish to do so.
Yeah, like hold their arms like, can you not? Can you just
Yep.
fucking not?
So the cat you're holding is a black thing with brilliant yellow eyes. It looks kind of scruffy with a kind of half-cropped tail. It glowers at you from your hands. Its claws are still out, by the way.
If I put you down, will you attack me?
Just kind of licks one of its paws. Doesn't give you an answer. You're getting a sense of maybe.
This is why I hate working with fucking cats. And I will gently place them on the ground.
It lands on the ground as gracefully as cats do. Just kind of turns around in a small circle and then just stares up at you and meows. You seem to get the sense of it asking, "Where is Master?"
Well, I was about to ask you that, funnily enough. Do I see any...
It looks at you with a very, very, at least in your opinion, human expression of, "What are you, an idiot?"
Yeah, same to you, dickhead. Alright, I'll look for any tracks from humanoids in the nearby area.
All right. I mean, it's pretty obvious that there are some tracks kind of in the, like, the hut's entrance has a little dirt patch that was worn, there's grass all around it, but the dirt patch in front of it because it's person's going in and out. In the door, of course. But those tracks are just like a week old, at least.
Jesus Christ. When did your master leave?
It just answers a while ago. As
Okay.
a reminder, it's a cat.
Yeah.
Time is broken.
Time is transit.
Yeah.
Do you know what your master was going out to do?
Fleeing.
From what?
From the scary thing.
Can you describe the scary thing aside from scary and thing?
It just kind of cocks its head at you and seems to pause for a long moment before answering. It looks like a cat.
Roll initiative.
Yeah. About to say. Got me fucking monk ass for a second there. Well, I mean, I don't think I can use primeval awareness on non-beasts, so we'll take that as a hope for now.
Yeah. This cat, by the way, does seem a little smarter than average.
That's
but
fine.
yeah.
Maybe if I get them to survive till the end of the quest, I get a new fucking cast, new ability. Cat familiar, baby.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, I'll peek like inside to see if there appears to be any like evidence of any sort.
I mean, you definitely see evidence of someone hasn't been here in a while.
But I
As the
see-
pot is still kind of, well, it was probably boiling at some point, a week ago, but the
Mhm.
gruel or whatever was in the pot is friggin' spoiled.
Any
Along
evidence
with
of
a
a
couple of bags
quick
thrown around.
flight?
Yep. Plenty of herbs that have been kind of harshly ripped off, and a couple of pieces of clothing just laying forgotten on the floor. Though at least one of them has some like claw marks on it, so perhaps that's not because the person forgot to bring them, and more because the cat was bored.
Man, if only you were a dog, then we could at least try to use your nose or something.
I mean, it has a good nose. It's just convincing it to do that.
Alright.
Because it's a cat.
What would it take for me to get you to help me track down your master?
Everything?
I just pinched the bridge of my nose.
Yeah.
Right.
You get a very certain feeling of, why would I care about finding my master from all of a sudden?
How about this? You help me find your master, and I'll give you the biggest goddamn salmon you've ever seen.
It seems to very, very... It likes the idea. And after probably like a good 30 seconds of just kind of like cleaning its ears and licking its paws and whatnot, it looks up at you and nods.
All right. I guess I'm gonna see if I can get to pick up any trace of where its master went, because I'm assuming it's at least gonna be better than I am at that regard. Unless
I
want
mean,
to
it
try and
points in the direction of like the most recent tracks running off towards the edge of the grove,
All right.
and it just kind of climbs up your leg. Just kind of sits on your shoulder, claws digging into your armor.
All right.
Or your
Get
cloak
party.
you're wearing over.
We're gonna have like an 80% chance of them just telling me to fuck off anyway. Die alone in the woods.
The voice,
Hey.
by the way, issues forth again from the edge of the woods. Hey, you got the cat! Great! Get rid of the cat too! It's my grove, my hut. It's been sitting in my hut too
I'm
long.
going to place the bark door in the hopes that whatever this thing is not strong enough to move it. For that little bit of spite.
It doesn't comment beyond that.
Alright. I'll go back the little ways I have to go talk to the party.
So you cross back out of the grove and make it back to the area that they're hanging out.
Hey guys. Good
How'd
Yeah,
it
they
news.
go?
returns with a cat.
Good news. Found the grove. It wasn't trapped. Bad news. The master got chased off by some kind of big cat. And some annoying
Look at cat.
No, different cat. I think.
Yeah, as I described to Peyton, the cat is a black, ragged-looking thing with yellow eyes.
I love the
Hmm.
very quietly whispered, I think.
Yeah.
I think
I'm glad someone caught on to that one.
I didn't hear it at all. I totally missed it.
Oh, that's perfect.
It was like comedy subtitles. There was a joke here.
You're welcome.
You know,
I'm here
joke
to
is a
explain
strip.
all the jokes.
So,
Doing the
I
Lord's
at
work.
least am partial of trying to find this man who was chased down by what seems to be some type of monster. Would any of you like to join me on such endeavors?
Yeah, I'm way more down
Absolutely.
to do that.
course.
All right, let's go do that then. Which means going back to the grove to pick up the trail. I will just, like, anyone who doesn't want to enter the grove, just go along the outside.
So you guys are able to very easily re-find the trail. And the rest of you see the grove.
Find the most recent tracks and start following them.
Sounds good.
They lead off straight away from the grove in kind of northerly direction.
Nice. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right.
I leave Johnny in Theo's capable hands until I
Okay.
return.
It's gonna come back and Cthulhu's been summoned.
Johnny has summoned Cthulhu and given up all what is left of his soul, but he still has no ability to regret it, so he thinks it's a great decision. All right, here you go, Lumpy.
You can have it back now that I broke it. So, yep. You guys followed the trail for a while, and it just kind of keeps winding away into the woods as the person apparently was fleeing in a panic, not
Yeah.
really following like a straight trail after they exit the grove.
That checks out.
So, about 2 hours later, you finally come to a small stream, and the trail just kind of ends dead there.
Well, that's not good.
Well, I'm sure Peyton can tell you why, because Geve can.
I mean,
It's water.
Yeah.
Following a trail through water is unfortunately a slightly harder thing.
following a scent trail at least. For a short while after the water will actually be easier to find the non-scent trail because you create a mud which has much like better defined footprints.
Yep.
However, once those are up, you're kind of fucked. So I guess it's up to me to start trying to fucking track.
Yep. It will indeed.
Assuming you want a survival roll.
I do.
All right,
And I
please
use
give
the
me
help action,
You
given
can.
that I'm technically.
technicalities, baby.
There you
Oh
go.
my god!
So, yep. I mean, it takes you a hot minute, but eventually, after wandering around for about 10 minutes, you are able to find the trail again. Moving
Hey,
up and down the opposite bank.
back on the trail again.
Yep. And indeed, you find muddy footprints as they lead away from it about, 100 feet downstream.
Follow.
Yeah. So, once again, you guys keep following the trail pretty closely until about an hour later, night starts to fall. And the woods get dark fast.
I'm hot in the trail, baby.
Are
Darkness
you guys
can't
pushing
stop me.
onward?
I mean,
Well, because Mo and Geve aren't really all that affected because dark vision.
Yeah.
But what about
Yeah,
Yeko?
I mean, when it starts to get dark, just so you know, I'm not going to be much help if we push through the night. I'm willing to, but
I'm back.
How old are these tracks? Like a week or two, right?
Probably in this case, yeah, the tracks are about a week old.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna make much difference if the tracks are 8 days old compared to 7 days.
I mean 5, but yeah.
Whatever. Fuck your new time system. I don't give a shit.
I mean, it's only like 2/3 of the month, so.
I mean, I'm up to a rest.
sure.
I mean, the cat at this point hasn't really been helping. It's just kind of sitting on your shoulder.
Kid fucking making me carried around.
So, are you guys gonna stop for the night and set up camp?
sounds like that's the plan.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you guys going with your usual watch order?
Sure.
Yep.
Which I believe is something like Geve, Johnny, and then
I thought Geve
Oh,
was
yeah?
2 and
I
was
believe
1.
I was second.
Yeah, I think it's me, Geve, then Johnny.
okay.
Yes, Johnny takes the sunrise watch.
And
Right.
because I can see so well in the dark, I take the darkest watch.
Hey, it's better than Mo. Because
That's
Mo is
fair.
blind. So, yeah, go ahead
Mo
and
has the no vision trait.
go ahead and give me the first watch roll.
Observe as I perceive.
It's not bad. Better
This.
than your passive. So,
Yeah,
Yep.
take this.
I mean, the woods are pretty quiet at night. There's not like even all that many insect sounds. You hear a hoot now and then, but the first watch passes fairly uneventfully. Cat at least stays up all night.
Mm.
At least
Cat stays
during
up
your
all night,
watch, I suppose.
Scratches my face the entire time. This son of a bitch.
Nah, it seems to it jumps off once you're going to sleep and hangs out near Oyeko. And on top of Oyeko,
Whenever.
Oyeko allows it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
doesn't mind.
Similarly, it seems to climb up onto your shoulder, just kind of scratching against your armor.
Watch
Thank
number
God it isn't
2.
a magic cat.
Consistency.
So, yep. Echo goes to sleep and wakes up Geve. Geve's watch is less boring, unfortunately, for Geve. It's out in the edges of your dark vision, you see some creatures kind of prowling around nearby.
Mm.
That they look kind of cat-like. They're not coming up on primeval awareness as cats, however, though.
Mm. Understandable. Gun.
Yeah, there seem to be 4 of them. They're kind of just circling the camp.
Before I do gun them, I will at least attempt to wait for one to get slightly more visible than like not at all, and Slayer's prey it, and then gun them.
Yeah, they're hanging out at like 60 feet at the very edge of your dark vision. So
Oh, actually, that's what I should do. I should hunter sense them. So yeah, while they're still probably around waiting to fucking kill me, I'll see if they have any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are. If they're hidden from divination magics, then fuck me.
they seem to be, yes.
Rip.
Fuck you.
There it is.
All right. Well, since that failed, gone.
All right. Is just taking a pot shot at one of them?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll,
Go ahead and roll an attack, yeah.
I'll Slayer's prey and then pot shot him.
All right.
Gun.
Nice.
Gun is
Uh,
good.
Trying to think. Does that? Yeah. All right. Yep. The gun report, which wakes up everyone else, of course, sounds through the woods and slams into one of the giant cats and sends it sprawling outside of your dark vision range. You're not sure if it died, but the mark is still attached.
Assuming I should be rolling damage at this point.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is just something that it knocks it out of your dark vision range regardless, basically.
And we'll use the scary one. So they can make a wisdom save. On a fail, they are frightened until the end of my next turn.
Right.
Spooky gun.
All right. Yep. I mean, that cat doesn't re-enter your dark vision range, and the other 3 kind of bound out of it at that point.
And I reload.
Yep.
Sorry, guys, misfire.
I mean, the rest of you did wake up from that.
What? No.
What
You
are we-
can't
what
sleep
are we
through a
fighting?
close range rifle shot. I hate to tell you.
They play lullabies for us on those at the farm.
They don't, because you don't know what guns are on freaking.
Yeah, my dad is Tchaikovsky.
That would be gun to be cannon.
Same thing.
No.
What is a
Cannon
cannon?
bigger.
Glorified gun.
Yeah, it's just a gun with a real attitude.
Cannons are just thick guns.
Thick guns. I like my
So-
guns thick.
Yep. Are you guys just rolling over and going back to sleep in that case?
No, I asked what she was shooting at.
Big cat monsters.
Yeah, I'll just stand up and sword out.
Oyeko goes back to sleep.
I will slay these things. I will wear their pelts, so that all may look on me and know that I am a hero who kills
Just as a note,
monsters.
Oyeko and Johnny, do you guys wear your armor when you go to sleep?
No, absolutely not. My armor class is 12 right
Hell no.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just
It's not
making
cozy
sure.
in the slightest.
Oh,
But when I
mine's
get up for
No,
watch,
absolutely not.
I will note that when I get up for watch, because it's the third watch, I start by putting on my armor.
Mhm.
Yeah, and because I have first watch, I just take my armor off at the end of it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
So
yep.
OP.
Yeah, it's the technology.
I mean, you guys look around and there are no big cats.
Well, it's dark as shit and I can't see anything.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I trust Geve, so
Yep.
I'm sure Geve sees cat or something.
Geve in particular you hear a similar voice to what you heard in the grove. Hey, don't be doing that. Those are my cats. Don't be shooting my cats. That's mean. As a
Audible
reminder, only Geve hears this voice.
All right. I mean, if they don't show back up, then at some point I will just quickly, not like taking a dash action, but dash like 15 feet out to try and catch them unaware, and pop a shot off if I see any.
All right. Yeah, you dash like 15, 30 feet out, and yeah, no, there are no cats within range.
All right. Go back in.
All right. Yep. So,
What did you see out there?
Just now, nothing. Which is why I didn't shoot.
Well, that was exciting. Good night.
Good night.
Good
Mo's
night.
already asleep.
Mo didn't even wake up. Gunshot. 5 more minutes. Sorry, 5 more minutes.
so yep. Other than that, that happens like within the first hour. The rest of your watch passes uneventfully.
All right. Well, if nothing else, I sent a message.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. You wake up Johnny for his part of the watch.
Mm-hmm.
And could both of you guys make wisdom saves for me?
Sure.
This is when you're waking. Basically, Johnny is up and starting to armor up. So,
Yeah, sure. Wisdom save.
yep.
You mean one of those?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Fails.
Wouldn't that be some shit, eh?
As a matter of fact, you failed by 5 or more.
This is the
You
Theo
fail
game.
so hard, your head
Things
falls
aren't that freaking
forward.
powerful.
You failed. You die. Huh?
Yeah,
What?
the undead campaign's the only one where I have a character that has like 3 different saves that have plus 10, and I'm like, damn, none of them are good enough.
See, mine's the exact opposite, because the Undead Campaign's like a game where I feel confident, but that's only because I have a plus like 20 in each of my saves. Actually, we have a plus 30 in each of my saves at this point, because I've just been dumping
Pretty
into
high.
saves.
Hey, Lumpy, could you give me a wisdom save too?
I could. What's in it for me?
If you don't try and make it, you auto fail.
Okay. I have a hard target.
Well,
Master negotiator.
yes, the negotiator.
You
I'm a
don't do this,
hostage.
bad things happen. That's what the freaking reason is.
Mom. Mitchell's bullying me.
Mitchell
Yep.
actually straight
So-
up made you an offer you can't refuse.
No,
Yeah,
he couldn't
although,
refuse
to
it.
be
He
fair, I
could've
might
said,
as well
"Oh,
have.
I auto
So-
fail."
Yeah, Geva, you feel something attempt to kind of like touch your mind in some way, but you are pretty easily able to just bat it off. You notice the cat staring off into the distance in the same direction Johnny is staring, though. Johnny, at the edge of the firelight, you see a massive, like bear-sized cat-like creature. It's just staring at you out of the darkness with yellow eyes.
Bear. Cat thing. I ready a spear in case it charges.
It lets loose a low, thundering growl.
Give a.
Hmm.
What are you waiting for?
I'm going to look around. Do I see anything to shoot? Anything that I would be inclined to shoot?
I mean, other than like a couple of squirrels like sitting in a tree staring at you, not really.
A target, I guess. I'm waiting for you to finish putting on your armor so I can go to sleep. Actually, I won't go to sleep, but you know.
I wouldn't go to sleep if I were you. Do you see that thing?
I will follow the sight lines, and I'm assuming I see fuck nothing.
Yeah, you see a big bush, but that's kind of it.
fucking
You good?
terrified, Gibby.
You good? You all right?
Johnny, at this point, the cat starts to stalk towards you. Not all that terrified by the fire, apparently.
Alright. Well, I'll have to take the fight to them. I
wait a
throw a spear at it and draw my other one.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, you chuck it at it, but the cat neatly just leaps out of the way.
I missed.
And I'm assuming what I saw is him throw a spear into a bush.
Yep.
At which point, I then assume that Johnny is pulling a shitty joke and smack him on the back of the head and tell him to start putting his armor on.
Hey, Johnny, could you make me another wisdom save?
There it is.
There you go. All right. Yep. At this point, the cat leaps for you, but just as it touches you, it just poofs into the air.
And he gets smacked in the back of the head like a bit. What the
I
fuck?
whirl around.
Yeah, it's basically at like the same moment.
I mean, that would freak the fuck out of me. So I spin around and push him away. I'm in fight or
What's the
flight.
problem?
You didn't see
The cat,
that
by the way,
fucking
is just kind of staring
monstrosity?
at you, Johnny. It looks annoyed if you were to give it anything.
No, I didn't see a monstrosity. I saw you throw a spear at a bush, and I assumed you were trying to play some ill-conceived joke, and smacked you.
All right.
Was
Well,
there
that
a
was-
monstrosity that I should have been seeing?
Seems to be some sort of trickery. Some trick of the light. Or some illusion.
I don't know how a trick of the light could make that thing seem like a monster. I'm gonna be honest, Chief. It's a bush.
Some illusion then.
Sure.
Only my sharp mind was keen enough to sense the magic in the air.
If it was an illusion, it sounds like only your sharp mind was keen enough to fall for it.
I'm just gonna not listen to that and go get my spear.
Yep, you find it just sitting in the dirt. Well, planted in the dirt, I suppose.
Then when I head back to the camp, I'll notice I'm moving pretty quick.
Like when you gotta throw the trash out at night, and you're like,
Yep. I mean, it is still like nighttime at this point.
move
Yeah.
like slightly
quite come
faster than is entirely necessary.
Yep.
And the cat was like looking at presumably the same thing, right? They were like staring in the same way.
I mean, it was staring in the same direction Johnny was, yeah.
I'm going to ask if it saw something.
It just kind of licks its paws and seems to refuse to answer.
It did.
Oh, you fell for the illusion too, bud? Happens to the best of us.
Only the best of us.
It just gives you a look like
that.
I'm not some peon or something like that. Affronted, I
I'm gonna
suppose.
go pee really quick.
Standard cat look.
And I'll just go
Well, cats can look affronted.
go sit down and like eat or something.
Mm-hmm. Do your morning ritual before everyone else gets up.
Yep.
So, yep.
Sort through my patented 13 herbs and spices for my poultice.
But yeah, other than that, Johnny, the rest of your watch goes uneventfully. The sun comes up and banishes the darkness from the woods.
I can't believe the sun knows banishment. That's a pretty fucking good spell.
Yeah, built in. So, yep. Guess we should wait until Jake comes back.
Yeah. Man, can't believe it only took like the 4th session before Mitchell pulled out an enemy that I can't use one of my abilities on. Rip.
You can shoot a cat.
Mhm.
You're right,
we
that's
spent
what
two-
I was talking about.
You
You
spooked
should
cats.
just
But it didn't work
think
very
more
well,
about what you
obviously.
can shoot.
That's fair. Shooting really is my main ability, huh? I'm a big fan of this gun.
Mm-hmm. I guess Oyeko is kind of backseat for right now. So you guys continue following the trail. And after about another 2 hours of continuing to follow it, you eventually come to a secondary hut. Well, as long as you count a bunch of mud and like sticks and whatnot pushed into kind of a lean-to shape to be a hut.
Listen, hut is where the heart is.
It's pushed up against like a small hillside, a tiny grove or tiny clearing. And outside of it, kind of poking a small fire with a couple of fish sticking out of, stabbed in sticks and whatnot, seems to be an older elf.
I'm back.
A little
Howdy.
younger than the quest giver, but I mean old in comparison. He looks up when you guys enter the clearing. His eyes look a little bit wild. Yes,
You Yarvin?
that is my name. Yes, I am Yarvin. I'm taking a break. Yep, break. Exactly, break. Fish, breakfast. Would you like breakfast?
I've already had some. We found your cat. I will gesture to the cat that presumably is on my shoulder.
Yeah, it's still hanging out on your shoulder. He looks at the cat. His expression goes through a very rapid change from just kind of the panic that seems to have started on it from you guys entering his clearing to relief to seeing his cat to panic once again. Oh, good. Thank you for bringing my cat back. I'm sure he'll be very happy to rejoin me. Right, Felix? He just smiles. The cat just kind of stares at you and then rolls its eyes.
Quote the cat. No, no, I'm fine here.
I'm just like, scarred by years of shit cats.
I can't own cats. I'm allergic to them, so.
Oh my god, he's read about cats.
He has an armchair understanding of cats.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm not saying he's inaccurate.
So, can I help you?
Yeah, we're here on behalf of the bartender. We were told that he had a piece of dream wood.
Bartender, where?
I do not remember the place we came from. Out of character. I'll just tell him the bartender's name.
No.
I think we learned it at some point.
Nigel. Yep.
Nigel.
He nods. Ah, right. Yeah, Nigel asked for it a couple months ago. Yeah, it should still be fine. You can go ahead and take some. Go ahead. I'll stay here.
You you need some help?
No, I'm perfectly fine. Nope, I'm very happy. See, I'm having my fish right now.
Yeah, so he's not
He
perfectly fine. I'm not
Picks
gonna
up
roll
one of
an
the
index
fish
on
and
that.
freaking no, you don't need to.
You need some help dealing with some like monsters or something?
But monsters? Who said anything about monsters?
Right. Who said anything about that?
I'm just gonna look at him with a frown on my face, say nothing.
The cat, by the way, has not leaped off your shoulder to go rejoin its master. It's just hanging out.
Great.
Go ahead. Go back to my grove. You can take the wood you need.
So as the guardian of the grove, it's kind of like your job to defend it. So why are you here?
I did defend it. That was why I had all the traps.
Those aren't hard to avoid, just so you know.
Yeah.
His face just falls. Oh, I was hoping that it might help.
And there appears to be something that has taken up residence in the grove. Something that isn't you.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea at all. There's nothing in the grove. Now that you've taken my cat out, especially.
So we're gonna continue on this back and forth bit, or are we gonna get to the point where you admit that you need help dealing with the shit that's in the grove?
I have no idea what you're talking about. There's nothing in the grove. There's definitely no monsters in the grove. The
Listen,
grove is perfectly safe.
listen, buddy. All right. We've been in the grove. The grove has monsters.
I
The
have
grove's haunted.
Oh,
not set foot in there.
I did.
I fixed your sign, by the way. It had fallen over.
oh, well, thank you. I didn't know it had fallen over. Someone could have walked into the bear traps without even noticing. That would be a
Yeah,
terrible shame.
That's one of the reasons I fixed it.
I guess it would be a good snack for one of the bears, but it'd be terrible for them. Regardless, you can go ahead and take the wood. It's fine. Grove is fine.
Listen, you gotta come deal with the fucking grove, man.
No. No,
Yes.
I will not deal with the fucking grove. The grove can stay safe. The bear traps will keep it safe.
No, they won't. They haven't. You're the grove guard. It's your job to take care of it. So let me take
I
care of
quit. I don't want to be the grove guard anymore.
You don't just get to quit like that, coward.
Guve. You're getting a little aggressive with him. He's
Look,
very clearly
I'm not going
distressed.
back to the grove. I'm done.
Can I ask why?
Because the grove is fine. It doesn't need a grove guard.
What if somebody was, like, stealing from it? How would you feel?
And the grove will do its own thing. I'm sure there's something there that can keep people away from stealing.
Such as, like, what? I'm just curious.
I don't know. Something must be.
Well, I'm just saying, like, use your imagination, you know?
I don't want to use my imagination. My imagination is perfectly fine right where it is. Eating fish.
Right. So you're just gonna hang out in the woods and eat fish?
Maybe.
Sounds pretty boring, but hey, if that's what you want to do,
It's better than being in the grove.
maybe. I don't live there.
Nor do I.
But if that's the case, you should probably take down that sign that says you're guarding it.
I am guarding it though.
You just said you aren't.
That's what the traps are for though.
But look, if somebody wants to go into the grove, like, they need your permission if the sign's up. But if you're not there, then they can't get it.
They can come see me here. I'll set up a different sign.
Alright, well, if you set up a house as well, make it a little closer, though.
But it's only a few hours.
That's a long way for, like, the average person. Not for us, but
I suppose. I've given you what you wanted. You can go ahead. Take what you want. I've given you permission.
well, I like helping people, so what I want is to help you, but you seem like you don't want help, so
You guys are going to have to roll something to try and convince this guy. He's terrified.
It's a question about like grove guards. Is that like a appointed position? Is that something that you have for like significant amounts of time? Because groves are like they at least seem semi-important, right?
Yeah, they're protected. So usually by communities of wood elves, but if they're not near enough to a community, then they might not. Usually, it's a person who has decided to sacrifice some portion of themselves to gain some sort of magical abilities to protect trees and whatnot. Effectively,
I-
they're druids.
Effectively, what I'm going to try and do is remind him of his, more or less, his duty to protect the groves. And if he's here, he's not really doing that duty.
All right. Are you trying to persuade him in that case?
Yeah, let's go with that. It's not like I'm trying to threaten him or lie to him, so persuasion seems like the best bit. Best fit.
All right, go ahead.
All right. God, fat plus 0, nat 1, nat 1, nat 1. Well, just about average.
All right. Yeah, you remind him of his duty. He seems to kind of gain at least a little more color to himself and stabilize a little bit. But he still seems pretty damn adamant that he's not going to go back to the Grove.
All right, now Johnny threatened to break his legs. I don't say that.
AK, an 11's not enough.
Yeah.
Gets you in the right direction at the very least, though.
Hey, Cat, you know anything that might like help motivate this guy?
Cat just kind of looks at you and gives you the sense of, shouldn't you be the one thinking of that?
Listen, I'm not a people person.
Nah, it
Come on.
doesn't respond to any anymore at that point. Just kind of stares at you guys. I guess you get a distinct feeling of get on with it from the cat. And the slight sense of we don't need him.
At the very least, if he doesn't want our help, then I'm not gonna try to force it. I hope you enjoy your fish. And Oyeko will just walk off back towards where we came.
Alright.
Wayne,
Hmm?
what if
Wayne?
we offer him fish?
At the mention of
Sipping
fish, by the
biggest
way,
salmon
from
ever seen.
Mo in particular, apparently, the cat does remind you, in particular, Kevin,
Yeah, I get it.
that you owe it something.
This is correct. And I will pay what is owed.
So, is Mo or Johnny going to attempt to convince this guy to return to his post?
This man can do whatever he likes.
Sure, why not?
If he chooses to guard the grove, he may. If he decides to do something else, he may.
How are you trying to convince him?
I'm
Me?
thinking about that.
Oh.
I'm gonna
well-
tell him we accidentally set off several of his traps, and they're gonna need resetting.
So I guess a deception is what you're trying to do?
Sounds like it.
I'm not sure.
Now, it
They're
sounds like you're
rolling.
trying to trick him to come back. So
Yeah.
That is what it sounded like.
that's not bad. It's at least enough to get him to come back with you. I guess yeah. I should really reset those then. I'll come back and do it. You don't worry.
All right, let's start heading back.
So, about 2 hours later, since this guy is leading at this point, you guys find your way back to the kind of outer area of the grove. So where did you come in?
I don't
By
know.
the
Oyeko doesn't remember.
I would assume no one.
I'm glad at least two
remembers.
people both just say, I don't remember.
Geve would remember.
Yes. I remember.
So, are you
everyone.
going to lead him back in that direction?
Yeah, first let me grab me. First let me grab me. Yeah, first let me grab some wood, and I will do so.
Surrounded in wood, so it's
Yeah,
easy
some-
enough to
Yeah,
find
so
some.
you're gonna rush around setting off traps.
yeah. You go say I need to go find some really high quality dream wood. And you just hear a bunch of bear traps go off. It's like, is that? What the fuck? Why is that happening? And I'll try and find like a good bit of dream wood.
I mean, the only dream wood is of course in the grove itself, and it
Well, yeah.
seems to be on the trees. Like you haven't seen any that's fallen on the ground near them.
I will ask him how best to remove it.
That you should cut it off.
I don't suppose you happen to have an axe.
I I don't have it with me, but in my hut maybe.
Sure. I will start heading to the hut to get an axe.
All right. Yep. You make it over to the hut. No voice this time,
Oh.
strangely. So
Retrieve axe.
you're
Axe
sitting in
again.
around the back with another little pile of more normal firewood.
Alright. Retrieve axe. And let's go get some fucking dream wood.
So he points at kind of a smaller branch sitting at around like 6 feet off the ground or so. Pointing, I guess, like 40 feet away because he's not actually going to get close to the grove.
Yeah, he's a coward. I get it.
Mm-hmm. That branch should do well.
Sure. I will attempt to remove that branch.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it takes you a bit because you're not particularly strong, but
No.
you're able to get that branch off pretty easily.
All right. I'm not going to write it down because I imagine I'm going to be losing this very quickly.
Probably. Yep. Just to quickly describe the Dreamwood trees, most trees are the usual brown with green leaves. Dreamwood trees, well, first of all, they are mostly brown, though on the inside they are a brilliant, like, kind of reddish pink, which looks a little odd.
Like flush.
Yeah, almost. And their leaves have a like kind of purpley like star pattern to them. So like purple with like white spots.
Huh.
So even during the daytime, they kind of look like you're being outside, like you're outside at night.
All right.
But yep, you're able to get the chunk.
Tree finally, and then return.
Yep. As you finish chopping off the thing, all of you can very clearly hear, "Hey, that's mine! You're taking my trees!
Draw a rifle.
Those are my trees!"
I get out the pen and paper.
Yep. And surrounding the area, you guys see 8 cats just kind of circling from both fields, kind of around the 2 of them from around the hut, the other 6 out in the woods,
I saw fucking kids.
at around like 60 feet or so. Those are mine. Give it back.
Who are you exactly?
I'm the Grove Guardian.
No.
Really?
Yes, he's my grove. Ervin nods rapidly. Yeah, yes, it's the new Grove Guardian, exactly.
Oh,
See, I'm not abandoning my post.
Hey, old Grove Guardian. What's the new Grove Guardian's name?
I don't know. You should
You'd
ask
think
it.
you'd ask
I'm,
that.
I'm sure it knows. Don't you, new Grove Guardian?
well,
Yes.
if it's giving, look, if he's giving over ownership of the grove to that, then we may as well let it happen.
You hear like just kind of a pause. All of the cats like stop moving for a second, like someone just hit a pause button on a video. Wait. You're giving me the grove?
Not
It's
moving.
actually mine?
Perfect.
If he's willing to give it over to you, I mean, he's the one guarding it. That would mean you'd have to guard it, though.
Well, of course. I don't want to guard a stupid grove. It's no fun.
Well, this
Then
is a
you should-
responsibility you're accepting.
Then you should probably let him keep the grove and keep guarding it.
Mm,
Because if it's
No.
your grove, you do have to guard it.
I guess I'll guard it once.
What do you mean by that?
The cats reactivate and start moving towards you.
The cats are powering back up.
I'll
I
guard it
see.
against you. You're taking my wood stuff.
You're
Fire
actually pretty
prey
good.
gun.
You're pretty good. Hey, whoa, don't shoot yet. This is still something I think we can reason out. You're pretty good at this guarding thing, you know. I can't think of many people that'd be interested in trying to steal from a grove protected this well.
I guess. Cats once again like pause mid stride. I am a pretty powerful guardian. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you weren't busy guarding this grove, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be scaring people.
Well, you can scare people as a guardian when they
way.
come close. As a matter of fact, I think it's even smiled upon.
But that means I'd have to talk to more people.
Not
I don't want to talk
not
to people.
necessarily. You could just scare them away without saying a word.
That's no fun though. You have to talk to people. It's part of the rules.
I'm not familiar with these rules.
Of course you're not. You're immortal.
That's true.
You wouldn't know the rules of demons. We have very, very strict rules.
Is one
Oops.
of them
Johnny's ears prick up.
It does just all of a sudden utter oops at that point.
I've never met a demon
I'm
before.
going to ready an attack if Johnny does anything nuts. If anyone in the party does anything nuts, let's put it that way, actually.
Johnny has turned his safety off.
Johnny's locked and loaded, big.
Refresh my memory. Are demons in this world inherently evil or no?
No, they're more like tricksters. The demons are basically just the catch-all for demons and fae.
Yep.
So
Just wanted to
So-
double check.
Otherworldly thing.
they're about as evil as the usual fae are.
Yeah.
So some of them
Okay.
are, some of them aren't. It's entirely dependent on the one.
Then in that case, Johnny is not necessarily activated. I heard the word demon and I was like, religion alert.
You know, they don't click with as much religion alert as they do in other worlds.
Okay.
I mean, they're still otherworldly entities, so they still have that. But
You're the first demon I've ever met. What's your name? I'm Oyeka.
no, I'm not giving you that.
Okay.
I guess you can call me.
Theo, the tutorial demon.
I've never heard you sum
my gosh,
yourself
what
up so well. 'Cause I feel like you're constantly tutorialing people on how different mods work.
Oh, what the heck did he just call his cat?
He may
Felix.
be tutorial, but damn, he is not the tutorial demon.
You can call me Felix. Yes,
Nice.
Felix. That's right.
I've got a
Hello.
popular YouTube
Hello.
channel.
The cat looks affronted by that again.
Mm,
Like, that's my name,
Calm
you
down.
stupid
to meet you.
bastard.
Don't do anything. If you do anything, I'm going to be blamed.
Now, we seem to be in a situation that looks like it's gonna end up with a bit of a rumble.
Done.
With
Is
a
there
lot
any
of
way-
dead bodies? Maybe.
Yeah, is there any way we can just kind of avoid that with both of us getting what we want?
I do like a good. No, what do you call them? Tribute. Yeah, tribute.
What kind of tributes do you like?
I mean, fish is pretty good.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking good.
So if we catch you a suitable fish, you'll let us take a little bit of wood from the grove?
I guess so. Yeah, that seems fair.
That seems nice. I'll sort of look at the rest of the party. Well,
You have 2 hours.
2
And
hours.
then I send my cats after you.
2 hours is more than enough time.
They don't like fish. I think. The cats all kind of look at each other. No, I don't think they like fish.
Would you rather us get something else?
No, they don't like fish. I like fish.
Oh, you still like the fish. Okay.
Yeah,
And
I'm
once
not
we
a
get
cat.
this, once we get this tribute, where do you want us to just bring it back here?
I feel like kind of smile. Put it in one of the traps.
All right. Sounds good.
Yep. And with that, the cats all vanish, like they weren't there at all.
I told you guys it could be reasoned with. Come on, let's go catch a fish.
Alright. I will say I've never caught a fish in my life.
It's a good thing you have Gebe then, and the Yeko.
I will
Usually
follow
I've got a
your lead.
spare rod.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we get
Yarvin, by the way, has fainted at some point during this conversation.
He's fucking worthless.
are we near by the shack? Cause we're in the grove, right?
Yeah, you're nearby the grove anyway.
Okay, I'm just gonna go put him into. I'm gonna pick him up and carry him into his shack. Just if there's a bed in there, I'll just put him on there.
Yeah, there's the bed.
He's gonna wake up in there and have a fucking heart attack.
He's like, home sweet home. Oh wait, oh fuck, home sweet home.
Home sweet. Alright.
So, yep. Are you guys headed back to that stream or somewhere else?
Well, that stream was more than 2 hours away.
Yeah.
And is the stream big enough to catch a big fish in?
I mean,
vote
not
we split
really. You guys could easily ford it. It was only
You
like a
want-
couple of feet deep.
You want us to split up when if we fail to bring a fish back here in 2 hours, we're going to be attacked by.
So catch a fish, and we're gonna reconvene here in an hour and 45 minutes. That way we'll be together if we get attacked. Okay?
Sure.
Alright. I will go off trying to find a suitable place to catch fish.
Yep. I guess go ahead and all of you roll survival if you're attempting to look.
Yeah, right. Fuck it.
I'm not actually proficient in survival, but that's
Hey,
just
John,
as
if
good.
you
Any chance nature could be replaced for survival?
No, unfortunately. All right. So, unsurprisingly, Geve comes back with a sizable fish after stumbling across an actual, like, small river.
I would
Johnny
have
comes back with the smaller one, though.
attempted to get a fish to placate the cat as well.
Yep. Yeah, you're able to do it at the same time.
Yeah.
They're not salmon, but I mean, they're
Listen.
at least fairly large. They're kind of like these fairly big river trout.
Once I'm in a place where salmon can be acquired, then I'll finish up that deal.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. It gives you a fine for now,
Yeah,
but you
I get
still
it.
owe
alright.
me. Yeah.
I renege
So,
on my
For
deals.
now, but the demon deal is still on.
So, yep, you guys are able to reconvene with a pair of fish between you. Unfortunately for Yucko and Mo, you guys just don't come back. You don't come to a river
At
for
all.
the hour.
Mo got lost. Oyeko fell down a pit.
Dude, who would guess that rivers are hard to find?
They aren't.
Well, not when you're not looking for them, they aren't. But when you are, they're nowhere to be seen.
Disagree entirely.
So, yep. I guess how are you guys giving the tribute
said,
to it?
He
As it
wants us to put it
requested?
in a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put it into the trap?
No, I can handle this. And I will
Alright.
find a trap, and I will just drop it from chest height onto the trap.
Oh,
Ideally triggering it.
Yep. Well,
I doubt that's what it wanted.
Well, it got the
Yep.
fish
Trap.
on the trap.
trap clicks closed. Well, clicks and then snaps, catching the fish's tail on the way down, just kind of leaving it to hang in the bear trap.
On second thought, it might like the way that looks.
There you go. Fish
Yep.
on trap.
The second
So
phase.
at exactly 2 hours, you guys hear the voice kind of move once again through the grove. Ah, you're back. Good. Oh, you have a trap too, and some fish. Oh, you activated it though. That's fine. I'll
Should
get it
clarify
anyway.
not to activate it.
All right. You did your deal. Go ahead. Take what you want. Get out of here.
I'm just going to. I mean, I'm assuming that I just left with what I grabbed earlier in my backpack.
Mhm.
So I'm already done here.
How do
And I
you?
will just go to leave. Well, I have the thing that I took off earlier, right?
We need the wood. Oh, the wood
Yeah.
you took off.
Yeah,
So,
I have
yeah,
that.
Sorry, are
I'm
you
done.
good, Uwe? Do you have what we need?
I mean, yeah, I had what we needed before.
Okay, great. Felix,
Yes.
thanks for being so reasonable. All things considered, trying to catch the fish was fun.
Oh, good. I didn't know that catching fish was fun. Maybe I'll have to send one of my cats out to go do it.
Yeah,
So
maybe you can
that
try
it's a
that.
decent enough pastime.
Hmm. I don't like passing time though. Passing time
Yeah.
is boring.
Well,
And
this is a way to
wasteful.
pass the time without it feeling like you're passing the time. For time always passes. It just matters how you're doing it. And with that, I'm leaving.
So you guys can make it back to town if you kind of march quickly.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
See,
If you just walk normally, you'll get there like a little bit after sundown.
that's why you don't just blindly shoot everything.
I don't blindly shoot everything. I have quite good eyesight.
You get my point.
Oh, I don't like the fact that there's a demon in the grove. I'm going to have to report this to somebody and get this dealt with.
Well, yeah, obviously, but
By the way, if you guys crossed close enough to the grove, the bit of bark that covered the door to that hut was smashed apart. And there was no more Yarvin inside from what you could see from the edge.
wow. Though, actually, do we even need to report it? Technically, Yarvin did transfer ownership to the demon.
I'm going to give you the most flat-faced fucking look ever and say yes.
Well, now that there's a demon in the
Sense
grove,
some amount of duress in that transaction. Perhaps.
Question.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think even after the demon's gone that he's going back there.
This is correct.
Isn't
But
it
if I
better to
threaten
have
to knife
something
you
to-
for your purse, is that a valid transaction?
If I give it over to you, no. But if you take it, also no.
I don't think that this was.
You get there's a difference though.
I view this as an absolute win. Now we can tell the townsfolk there's a demon in the grove, get them all riled up. They'll have us slay it. We'll be heroes.
I'm not doing that.
He's a business genius, dude.
Felix the cat just rolls its eyes.
Are you
He's
sticking with
right.
us now?
It just kind of stares at you.
You still owe me a salmon.
Yeah,
Exactly.
There's like a second before I recognize. I was like, yeah, no, fair enough.
This demon contract ain't over till it's over.
So, yep. Are you guys marching hard, or are you just moving back to
I-
town at
I
a normal
wanna
rate? And
Get back to
getting
town
there
without wasting a fucking night in the woods.
Oyako's happy either way. She'll wait an extra day. She'll march hard.
March hard. Hell,
I
if
mean,
we
you'll
get there-
basically get there like an hour after sundown, or like an hour before sundown if you march hard.
Yeah.
So it's basically if you want the late or not. Don't you really want to spend an extra day like an hour away from town?
I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's the way to do it.
can,
Count the
we
planes.
can, if we get there an hour after, we can go check out the glow in the dark.
I mean, yeah, but here's the thing: if we get there an
Chicken.
hour early, we can get our reward and then go check out the glow in the dark chicken,
Yeah.
and we'll have time in the light to find out where the fuck the glow in the dark chicken guy is.
Let's do it. Didn't we say we were gonna meet him somewhere? By the way.
Yeah, at the tavern.
You guys.
So, what is it? Marching hard or just
Hard.
walking?
Alright.
Hard.
We go hard.
So,
We
yep,
go again.
yep. You guys make it back to town a little before sundown.
To tavern.
Just in time.
2-4.
There's a small troop of some sort of soldiers standing out in the square. You guys don't recognize the uniforms, but you'd assume they'd probably be soldiers from the 10 followers somewhere. They seem to be in a recruiting drive of some sort, by the sounds of it.
Let's join.
No. No. Bad Amelia. Bad. I've had
So-
enough of your recruiting antics.
You guys go into the tavern,
That's my point.
and there is that farmer. Just kind of like turns his head toward the door with everyone else. Let his eyes kind of bug out a little bit. Stomps up to Johnny, holding the big thick finger up to you. You told me to meet you here like
Fuck.
2 days ago.
That was 2 days ago?
Quote Johnny, and I do it
No,
again.
it wasn't. It was about a day ago.
Johnny, you did what?
Good luck,
He
Johnny.
told me that you, at least he points over at Mo, you two were going to come check out my glowing chicken, figure out why the heck it's glowing.
You're right,
We
my
Sitting at the
compatriot.
bar, having a admittedly nice
Yeah.
time, but still, I got things to do.
You know what?
I
You're
get
right.
home. I just gotta freaking give me an earful for that. But regardless,
I did you wrong. Allow me to escort you home and pay me your tab.
I got a pretty big tab, but I'll gladly take you up on it.
Let me pay your tab. All right, my tab is currently sitting at 237 platinum.
Johnny draws his sword.
Unfortunately, a small town farmer does not drink that much in 2 days. He would die.
I would at that point just shoot him in the back of the head. No, he can't be allowed to live. He's too
Please.
threatening. This world can't live with him on it.
If you do pay and end up paying his tab, it's only like a gold and a half.
I'll give him 2.
All right. Yep. So yeah, he goes and waits outside for you.
All right. I am to see to this glowing chicken.
I mean, yeah, we'll do it as well. Just let us drop off this piece of wood.
All right. I will
So-
go with the farmer.
It does seem apparently that the tavern owner isn't actually in at the moment. Either he's in the back or something else. There's a younger elf standing up front, chatting with the customers. Seems to be a couple more of those soldiers.
I'll like try and get their attention.
She like kind of peels herself away at a point in the conversation after like a minute or so. Yeah. Do you need anything?
Hi, could you get a Nigel, Neil, Nigerian prince?
Nigel.
Yeah, Nigel.
She just kind of
Mr.
looks at you
Thornberry, please?
funny. What? Am I not good enough for you? Need a drink
No.
for the boss?
No, we have a package for him.
Oh. All right, fine. I'll go get him. Just wait like 5 minutes, I guess. I think he's busy in the back.
Sure.
So he just kind of waves at the two soldiers who both kind of raise their mugs and he ducks into the back. So, yep. After about 3 minutes, the both of them come back out and with a look of. Oh, wait, his name is actually spelled like this.
Yeah, Nigel.
So, yep, he goes and smiles at you. Ah, one of my kin has brought back the wood for my burial. Oh, nice.
I will remove the piece of wood and set down.
Sure, you of all people understand why I want this quite so bad.
Yes, I do. Also, can you send some word to the nearest community that something needs to be dealt with? The old guardian has fled.
What do you mean Yarvin has fled?
A demon.
A demon?
Yeah.
What sort of demon has caused a guardian of the grove to flee?
One with a bunch of weird fucking words. Words are so fucking difficult for me because my brain is absolutely fried.
Cats.
Thank you.
The scourge of the Doglands.
Yes.
That does sound rather frightening. Yeah, I'll let the guards know and hopefully we'll get the word out.
Wonderful.
Unfortunate though. There's really no other groves anywhere nearby that's in at least decent walking distance. The next one's, I don't know, a month away.
Well, hope you don't need more dreamwood dreamwood in the near future.
Well, I don't, but there's plenty of elves that might want to.
Sounds like they've got fire in their hands. Then
Guess so. Looks kind of sad. And then goes and brightens at least a little bit. Right, your payment. Digs under the counter with the jingling of coins, pulls out a quartet of bags. Seem to be small, gold pouches.
all right, grab mine, hand out the other two, and I'll carry the one for Janny.
He also hands you a it's effectively a short sword. Long and thin. A very obvious elven design.
I'll take it.
I don't really need my sword anymore. Well, my dear handles most of the rougher customers, so as I said, getting rather old. So I think I'd like to see it out in the world doing good again.
Sure. Not the most melee focused person, but there's nothing wrong with having a backup.
Well, I'm just happy another Treeborn has it.
And I will take it, and let's go get fucking Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
So, Johnny, you're being talked to by the farmer
Actually,
about lots
quick
of
question.
very boring things.
Is it 10 gold like originally agreed on?
No, it's actually 15 each person.
Pog.
Poggy woggies.
Alright.
And then, of course, that short sword.
Alright, I'll be right back.
So, Johnny, how well can you keep a conversation with a farmer that's very, very drunk and bored?
Well, I grew up on a farm, so perhaps better than you'd think.
Mm-hmm.
Chatting to him about farms. Although my farm was a little different because I was from Arathia, so we had dregs.
Yep. Yeah, they don't have any dregs here.
Yeah,
They
so
have to
we
do
just
everything by hand.
yeah. So we'd be talking about the differences in the farming life and what's it like around here and what animals do you keep and that sort of thing.
Yep. It goes on and on when you bring up animals about the chickens for like about 5 solid minutes of just talking about chickens. You're
Alright.
amazed someone can talk about chickens for 5 minutes. It's not even like there's no pause. It's just continuous. Like you're amazed he's actually still able to breathe after talking straight for 5 minutes.
I'd be sure to like get him some water.
They do have a small well, like kind of nearish to the center of town.
Alright, that's true. We need to like go to the well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, yep, you guys are able to rejoin. It is 11. Do we want to end here, or do you guys want to start the chickens?
I mean,
In
I'm a
your-
night owl. I can keep going, but not.
I'm mostly asking for Lumpy and
in your estimation, how long will the chicken arc take us?
it's
Because
probably going to take longer than like an hour. I'm not
okay, because I could
this
push
is
to
starting
midnight.
another thing.
Okay. I would be hard pressed to continue.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
think
It's a pretty good stopping place. So
for me
you guys have
too,
finished
be,
one thing.
it'd
Yeah,
be
You guys
good,
have finished
'cause I
one
need to
thing
take
and
a nap.
are starting the next thing. So
Okay.
yeah, we can end here.
Cool. Y'all have a good evening.
You too, bud.
Yeah.
Sleep loose.
Luck,
See you, Lumpy.
don't die.
All right, now he's gone. We can go back to the real campaign.
Yeah. So about those chickens.
Fortunately, Johnny's the one that dragged you guys into the chicken quest.
I was there too. I observed.
Yep. I'm happy I was able to introduce demons as a thing in the world. So, even though you guys know that they exist, it's just good to have them be a
Yeah, well, it's
presence.
good to see that they are very much so encounterable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not all quite like quote unquote Felix, but yeah, he's at least the majority. Because there's certainly some that are less like Fae and more like demons.
Yeah.
Horned eat your flesh type of ones. But yeah.
Whose
Yeah.
idea was it just to add?
Hmm?
Oh my fucking god.
What?
Nothing. Something. It's. I don't know which mod did this, but someone added creepers to Terraria.
What the fuck? Huh?
Except for they're really fast. And they just, like, they don't blow up tiles, they just run at you, and if they touch you, they explode and one-shot you.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're all done, Peyton.
Oh, okay.
So because we basically would. This is starting another side quest, so
Yeah.
I figured it'd probably be better to stop at the beginning of it rather than keep going.
Yeah, that checks out.